I'm going to keep it real with you. No surprise, right? Well, running a business while raising a family or just trying to enjoy life, it can be a real challenge. And with the advancements of technology, it's easy to find ourselves working all the time. So if we never unplug, we really put our health at risk. So today, I'm going to share some simple strategies you can use to create a better work-life integration, which will lead to a happier and healthier you. Welcome to the Mind Your Time podcast. I'm Shannon Baker, your host and coffee aficionado. Whether your goal is to increase your side gig income or scale to six figures, you're in the right place. You will learn about the tools, actionable strategies, and tactics you can use to take back control of your time and life. I specialize in helping purpose-driven women like yourself work smarter and tap into the growth potential their business holds. So if you're ready to make a bigger impact and achieve business growth without being tied to it 24/7, then stick around. Let's dive into today's topic. So if you're listening to this episode when it goes live, it's 2 days after World Mental Health Day. Now, a little bit of a backstory on World Mental Health Day. It was started in 1992 by the World Federation for Mental Health to, and I quote, raise awareness of mental health issues around the world and to mobilize efforts in support of mental health, end quote. In other words, it's an effort to bring more attention to the effect that mental health issues have on us individually, how it impacts our work, our family, and the overall stability of communities worldwide. Now, the theme for 2023 is mental health is a universal human right. And the goal of this theme is to improve knowledge, raise awareness, and drive actions that promote and protect everyone's mental health as a universal human right. Mental health is the key to our overall health and well-being. And unfortunately, mental health issues are increasing, especially among young people. But this should not be the reason that someone is deprived of their rights or be excluded from making decisions about their own health. Now, I am not in any way an advocate or supporting any type of social movement, but I am a firm believer that every single one of us need to use the power that we have to protect our mental health with boundaries. And we need to get things in order so that we have a better work-life integration. Now, I say that phrase a lot. So what exactly is work-life integration? And I don't say work-life balance on purpose. Work-life integration is about creating a synergy between your business and your life. And if you have a day job, then that's included as well. I have found over the years that you need to find harmony between everything that exists in your world. And it can be very tricky, but it's essential for your overall well-being. So let's start with the basics. One of the fundamental steps toward achieving a better work-life integration is simply setting office hours. It's a simple yet powerful boundary that trains people to respect your time and your lifestyle. By clearly defining when you're available to respond to work-related tasks, you create a structure that allows you to be present and enjoy life out of the office. And this is vital. I recently was working with a client and she was working with an organization on their corporate event or their conference, which I supported her on site in September. And let me tell you, they've done this event for years, but the culture that they have created, the people do not respect their time, the value, or anything, especially their corporate sponsors. So in a nutshell, people only do what you expect them to do. So you train them to either respect your time or you train them to disrespect your time. And they have built a culture of disrespect that's going to take a lot of work and effort to change. So how can you avoid falling into this trap? Well, when you start working with a new client, you need to make sure that you have a welcome kit, number one, And your welcome kit specifies your office hours. And office hours are different than working hours. This is a great way to communicate this boundary from the beginning of your relationship, and this will reduce potential conflicts in the future. But this only works if you are disciplined and you stick to your boundaries. If you don't, you train people to disrespect those boundaries, and in essence, you start to operate like you're a 7-Eleven, and you can't be mad at them when this happens. You have to blame yourself for breaking the rules. Another crucial aspect of work-life integration is recognizing and embracing the importance of taking short breaks throughout the day. These mini pauses allow you to recharge your battery, refocus your brain, and this helps you to stay productive because you have mental clarity. Now, I know all too well that there are moments when your schedule doesn't really leave room for you to do something like take a walk or get in a good workout. But in those moments, that's when you really need to make it a habit to incorporate self-care breaks into your day. Even if you just stand up and stretch or practice mindfulness with deep breathing, or even simply engage in activities that bring you joy, you need to use these moments to take care of yourself. It's a powerful way to pour into you. Now, let's dig a bit more into the role of self-care in your daily routine. Self-care is not just a buzzword. It's a vital component of work-life integration. So here are some daily self-care rituals that you can incorporate to keep yourself motivated, refreshed, because again, you can't pour from an empty cup. One thing I definitely recommend you do if you don't have one is create a morning routine. Start your day with intention. Whether it's journaling or meditating while you're sipping your morning cup of coffee, or even having your coffee and taking a brisk walk. Just start your day with those quiet moments. The next thing you need to do is prioritize your tasks every week and then every day. So organize your to-do list. Focus on essential tasks that align with your goals, and you should have a goal that you set for every 90 days. This is personal and business, and make sure the way that you plan takes into account both. So you need to limit your priorities so that you don't get overwhelmed because you're working on too many things at once and getting nothing done. The next thing I highly recommend is a technology detox. We are always on some type of device. So set boundaries with them to prevent your work from encroaching on personal time. I have a hard stop time just about every day that I'm working Monday through Thursday. I don't read texts or email messages after that point, or if I read them, I do not respond, or I simply schedule the response for the next day. That's respecting my boundaries. And in the morning, when I get up, my phone is on Do Not Disturb until 8 o'clock. I don't look at text messages, emails, or anything until after that time. And in the evening, I unplug before I go to bed. I try to put my devices down at least an hour before I go to bed. One, because it helps my brain to start to calm down and settle into the fact that the day is coming to an end soon. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine for me has really helped me to get a better night's sleep because my brain isn't wired because I'm on my devices until the last minute. Now, these are just a few self-care suggestions. If you would like more, feel free to go back and listen to episode number 140 of the podcast because I talk about the power of self-care in business and how you can prioritize it and achieve success on your own terms. Now, one of the biggest things that you can do that contributes to, again, a better work-life integration is to clean up your back office and implement better business systems. Now, if you thought I was not going to mention systems in this episode, then you were clearly mistaken. Having efficient systems in place in your business is a non-negotiable if you want a good work-life integration. Streamlining your back office processes allows you to regain control over your time and increases your productivity. Now, you may be thinking, well, it's too late in the year for me to even think about this. Well, you're wrong. Now is actually a great time to take a close look at your back office operations. You have a small window of time left this year to start taking steps to do a few things that are going to make a big impact in your business operations before the holidays and definitely before the end of the year. Now, I know you've been putting off creating systems or updating what you have because it's a daunting task and it can be time consuming. But it's crucial to make time for it now so you avoid paying a hefty price for neglecting your systems later. By handling this now, you are investing in your business's success in the future and avoiding potential setbacks because you don't have the right systems in place. Plus, you will be taking steps to protect your sanity. Now, to help you with this, I have a free checklist that you can use. Quickly go through it and give your back office a quick checkup. This checklist will help you identify the gaps that you need to fill and show areas for improvement in your back office that you can address now proactively. And that way, you can start working on the systems that you need to support the goals that you've set for next year. The results that you will get from completing this checklist, which I call it the Biz Ops Checklist, it's going to give you valuable insight into the current state of your back office because, again, you have got to fill in those gaps. This checklist will also give you the insight you need to make informed decisions, optimize your processes, and then you can strategically plan for sustainable growth. But by taking this step, you are setting yourself up for success in ensuring that your business operates efficiently and effectively. So make sure you click the link in the show notes and grab your copy of that. That checklist outlines 15 processes that you need to have in place, and all of them are related to the 6 core systems that every business needs to have in place. And I've talked about all 6 of the systems before, but they're a central filing system, a scheduling system, a communication system, a money management system, a sales and marketing system, and a backup system. Now, if you want to hear more about all 6, go back and listen to episode number 123 because I give an overall description of each of those systems. Now, in conclusion, achieving work-life integration, it's an ongoing process, but it definitely includes you setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care daily, but you also have to get some systems in place in your business. This is how you can embrace the journey towards having a happier lifestyle and a healthier you. So just pick one thing that I mentioned today and start taking action on it. Now, if you know you need systems and you're ready to tackle that now because it's long overdue, and you want me to help you with that, then go ahead and book a back office assessment with me. And I call it a solo power assessment because after that call, you are going to feel relieved and empowered to take action because you have a better picture of your current business operations and what you need to change as a priority. But this is a great way to get access to my strategic brain without having to make a long-term commitment because you can take the custom action plan that you get and walk away and implement it on your own. And that is definitely going to get you better results than you trying to figure this out on your own. You're smart, and I'm confident that you can just grab the checklist and do this on your own eventually. If you could really do this on your own, you would have done it by now. And you don't have to work with me. You can work with someone else. I just want you to make the commitment to yourself and your business to invest in someone's expert help to help you get your back office in order. Just consuming content like this episode or just grabbing the checklist is not going to help you do that. Don't let confusion and chaos, which you're working in right now without systems, hold you back from getting the success that you want and deserve. The power to transform your life and your business by achieving a better work-life integration is within your reach. So take action today and again, set yourself up for success for the growth you want, to be more productive, and to live a more fulfilling life. So I want to thank you for joining me this week. If you have any questions about anything I've mentioned in this episode, please feel free to reach out to me. We can connect on Instagram at _Shannon Baker. If we're not already connected, please follow me and send me any questions or comments that you have in the DM. I would love to hear from you. And let me ask a favor, please. Social proof matters, and I need your help to reach more women like you who want to work smarter, not harder. So please, 1, go to ratethispodcast.com/myyourtime and leave a rating and review for me if you haven't done so yet. And feel free to take a screenshot and share this episode with your biz besties in Instagram stories. And don't forget to tag me. That's at _Shannon Baker. That's all for this week, and I look forward to you joining me back here next week. But until then, keep calm and streamline.